Jaxson, Smith-Njigba. Now, he didn't get paid, but there are talks about him potentially getting a contract extension within the next year or two. And he's saying, look, I don't want to make this a big deal. I don't care about getting signed right now, but I feel like I should be the highest paid at my position. Now, we all know the highest paid at the wide receiver position is Ja'Marr Chase at like $40 million. So you're telling me Jaxson Smith-Njigba, worth it or not, is going to get paid $41 million bare minimum. Yeah, the Seahawks might be cooked. Because we see how this shit works with teams who have great wide receivers, generational. They pay them a lot of money and then not a lot of winning. How do we feel?
That's because the teams are not complete. But Seattle seems like a pretty complete team. But maybe they don't give him 40. Can he take 38?
No.
39?
No.
Give him a bigger
No.
guarantee.
I'll say this, right? I understand where you're coming from, Lewis. I think to a degree you're right. It's what Minnesota wanted to do with Sam Darnold's contract and with having to pay Jefferson that much money when they did. I think Seattle's in a place where their coaching staff is really good. Their defense is built. And it's young. It's very young. And their offensive line is very young. And the only real skill position player that they have is JSN. Right? Sam Darnold is getting paid money, but it's not much compared to a lot of other teams' quarterbacks. Like Joe Burrow is getting paid a lot compared to Ja'Marr Chase and T. Higgins. Dak's getting paid a lot compared to CeeDee Lamb and George Pickens and now Javonte Williams. Those teams have invested in their offense. They've invested in it, and it's a sacrifice of defense. Buffalo has paid half of their money to Josh Allen. The Chiefs have paid half of their money to Patrick Mahomes and Chris Jones. That's their team. The Seahawks kind of don't really have that much money put on a lot of players. Cooper Kupp's on a relatively small deal. Kenneth Walker's a free agent now. We'll see if he even stays even that. If that happens, they have Zach Charbonnet still on a relatively good deal. Their defense, again, like I said, is young. They don't have to pay them yet. Most of them still on rookie deals and on like 1-year deals. So I think it could work out where they could pay JSN what he wants and still field a competitive team for the next 2 to 3 years. I think respectfully, that's a relatively big window of winning in the NFL. I think a lot of teams, want to hear winning and contracts, and they look at the next 5 to 6 years. They want to build a dynasty, but that's not feasible. That's not plausible. So I think if you can be able to kind of build a window of 2 to 3 years with JSN, Sam Darnold, and this kind of group and this young defense, you go do it. You go try your best to do it. I think the Seahawks have a chance to do that. This team is already built. This coaching staff is planned out, and you don't really need to adjust too much. And I get it. The Rams were right there. The Niners were right there. Like this was a relatively tight division that could have went either way. But I think when you have a chance to kind of have this sustainable winning with the teams like JSN and with Sam Darnold on a relatively small contract, go pay him. Why not? He's earned it. I think you don't need to be at a negotiating table for that long. Whether it's 41, 38, 40, it's going to be a big number. But I think you could eat that and sacrifice that because your team's already built. You don't have to invest in a defense. You don't have to invest in a quarterback. You don't have to invest in an offensive line. It's already in place. So you have a team ready to win now. You try to keep winning for as long as you can.
But didn't Seattle just announce that they're selling their team?
They are.
They are. They're at peak value right now.
Does that impact? Well, yeah. Maybe if they sell it for a good price, this new owner could pay them. Or maybe they get it done before then.
Maybe. I don't know. And I love Daniel's point, right? Because the defense is so young, and there's not many other options on offense outside of Sam Darnold, the quarterback, and he's getting paid like $30-something million a year. That's super cheap for quarterbacks nowadays, right? So if I'm the Seattle Seahawks,
especially one that just won you a Super Bowl,
and I think Seattle, they don't need big time players to be that good on the defensive side of the ball. I truly think that they can potentially make it back to an NFC Championship game with a little bit, with a decreased name value in the defense, right? They can do it with rookies, younger guys on smaller deals, 1-year deals. Because Jaxson, Smith-Njigba in that offense, is going to hum. And that defense is fucking well coached. Mike McDonald is such a good coach. He coached such a really good game plan for them in the Super Bowl with that defense. I think this is very feasible. This is probably the team that's kind of built the best to pay a wide receiver that much money. Because he's probably going to get $40 million a year, bare minimum, because he is that good. And especially if he has another great year next year, he's getting the fucking bag. So, and, their Super Bowl window, it opened up this year, and they won it. Imagine next year and the year after that, right? They still have a lot of pieces and a lot of potential draftees that they could bring into the room and fit their system. Young guys on fucking small deals because they're picking 32. So I think it's very feasible for them to try to make this happen. Respectfully. Shout out to JSN. And we pronounce your name right.
Drewski.
Yes, Lewis
Drewski.
finally got it right.
Hey, I've been getting it right. Right, it's Drewski. I'm not apologizing. Right, Jaxson Smith-Njigba.
Njigba.
Yeah.
No, but yeah, I think again, I said it when they won the Super Bowl. Every team should try to do what Seattle did and how you build a team for the next couple of years. That's how you build a team to win a Super Bowl.